That's one thing you observed.
I'm a journalist, like you have the social media expert. I'm so many things before I'm a diplomat, administrator.
Yeah. So who's going first?
Yeah. So I'll introduce. When you are ready, you let me know.
Okay.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call me
Okay.
in a few minutes along with it.
Yeah, thank you very much. And for the if anyone is live, good morning. We are at Ministry of Home Affairs, brand new building that the Patriotic Front made. We've just met the Minister of Home Affairs. The background is very simple. We had requested from authorities 2 weeks ago that the party will be holding a mass public rally at Buchinga grounds in Zingalume in Matero constituency. The purpose of the rally is for us to unroll our strategic plan between 2023 and 2026. And it's the first major public engagement since we lost power in 2021. So this rally is very significant. We've also announced that the structures in the provinces have also been encouraged to apply for our leadership to go and address them. We need to revive and rejuvenate the party. But you are aware that last week the police refused us to hold the rally. They stated that we could launch the strategic plan indoor and that there were security concerns. We were unhappy with those decisions. We went to see the Inspector General of Police and then appealed to the Minister. So it is on that issue where we gave the Minister 5 days to respond to our letter, because it's a democratic right, it's a constitutional right. So the delegation was led by Honorable Rafael Nakachinda, member of Central Committee, and who's our chairperson for information and publicity, and will speak to how we have moved and the next course of action.
Okay, can you give us an update?
Right. As has been indicated, we have met Honorable Jack Mwiimbu, and we have put it to him that the decisions and communication that we received from the police was not only irregular but illegal, and that our writing to him was because it is provided for, we expect that he would be able to align the police conduct and responses when it comes to these matters according to the law. The law only provides, especially with an already decided case of Chimundika, that all we need is to notify the police. He has assured us that by this afternoon he will respond to the letter that our chairman wrote, and that at that particular stage we should be able to indicate to the Zambian people how we will proceed with the rally. Our preparations are on. They will continue being heightened because the people of Zambia are very expectant in terms of what is contained in the strategic plan. They are also very expectant in terms of policy direction that the PF will begin to give as an alternative towards 2026. So I can only assure members of Patriotic Front across the country, particularly in Lusaka, that your rally will be held, and we are determined to have it held for your sake, to advance not only the interests of the party but the interests of the Zambian people. Thank you very much, and we await for that response this afternoon.
Okay.
So Honorable Nakachinda has referred to the Christine Mulundika case. There's a landmark case where the Supreme Court struck off that law in the past, and government then in 1997 was forced to enact the Public Order Act, where you merely require a notice given to the police of 7 days, not permission, a notice. This is as a result of that famous case that Honorable Nakachinda has referred to. So we will wait for the communication from the Minister, and then we will communicate to members of the public and our supporters our way forward. I think the Minister has given us decency to see us, he saw us, and he has communicated to us. He has assured us that the letter will be given to the Honorable Christopher Shakafuswa, who is the main person organizing this rally. We'll receive the letter, then we'll communicate to you our next course of action. But as encouraged by Honorable Nakachinda, he has urged the structures to be battle ready. We have to be ready, whether we blow the whistle that is this Saturday or tomorrow or next week, whatever.
The position is that it is this Saturday. Any other will only arise from whether or not there's any indication that is contrary from the minister. But as far as we're concerned, Saturday is set and we're proceeding as such. I know my colleague is a diplomat, but that's why we're here to be able to guide. So the members must be ready. We are proceeding to heighten our preparation. And the marching orders, Chairman, let's proceed into Matero, get everything ready as we wait for the letter.
How many days have you indicated in your rate of appeal for the minister?
That's how come we have come today, is because we had given them 5 days, and 5 days was due yesterday, and therefore we're following up today, just out of distance, like Ambassador said, so that we can interface with the minister. His response will be contained in the letter we receive this afternoon, and therefore we should be able to proceed from there.
Okay, maybe would you just comment on other issues apart from what
Yes, no, we are available.
That the Minister of Agriculture has rescinded his decision that issued a letter to restrict the movement of maize and milling post that decision has been rescinded. What does that mean, especially in the operations of the ministry?
First of all, this government is a taka-taka government. You are having ministers contradicting each other. Kabuswe says one thing over, for example, the God saga. Minister of Home Affairs, the one who came to see, speaking even outside jurisdiction in Angola over matters which we expect an acting Minister of Home Affairs to comment on, trying more or less rebuking his fellow ministers. This only goes to show you that in this government, the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing. And therefore you're having a permanent secretary issue a communique without due diligence being undertaken. But even that communique, if you look at it and examine it, it only goes to expose the fact that the police position was going to aid corruption. You can't say we are restricting movement of maize from district to district, but we are allowing the movement of maize and milling to the borders on case-by-case basis, meaning that we're going to have those who are favored by this government exporting maize and those who are not favored not exporting maize. So to that effect, that communication was wrong, and now that they have reversed it, we can only urge them to be diligent and do the right thing. And a policy pronouncement must be consistent. You can't ban some and allow some to export. I think that's what we can say. The other issue we raised with the minister is this continuous abuse of those of us who are leaders in Patriotic Front. We have colleagues like Honorable Chirangwa in the correctional service in Kaombo. We have colleagues like Zumanzimba in the correctional service in Mwiimbu. We have attempted several times to go and see these people. The authorities at those correctional facilities, up to the level of Deputy Commissioner General, they will tell us that no, you have to get express permission from the Minister of Home Affairs. We have raised the issue. Of course, he has publicly denied that permission, but we have also put it to him that is illegal. It's an infringement of human rights and freedoms, especially that all these people that we are visiting are remindees. They are just being held in those facilities on behalf of the court. They enjoy all the rights and freedoms that any citizen enjoys.
The issue of maize is very important, and let me just add what Honorable Nakachinda has stated. It demonstrates to you the doubt we created over the National Strategic Reserve and over the announcements that were done of 3.2 million metric tons as the post-harvest stocks that the country has. It is clear from the high cost of milling and the lack of available maize even to millers' assent that those numbers were incorrect, were overstated. The country clearly doesn't have any maize. Our appeal to this government is they may have to prepare for imports because clearly there's no maize in our country. Ask any millers. The numbers they gave were political numbers. If we have sufficient maize stocks, if they didn't export the 1.5 million metric tons of maize exported, we will not be reeling in these shortages and in this high cost of milling. They better face up. You can't do politics with milling. You can't do politics with maize. So it's imperative that this decision is looked at. That's why the PS, who is aware of the details, can say no movement of maize stocks, because he knows. He has a crop survey team that meets every week. The permanent secretary is aware and familiar. And when he issues that statement, for me, I'd rather believe the PS and the minister. The minister is trying to resolve a political matter.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, family.
Guys,
let's. Oh, you wanted to run to the minister?
Go to the minister's there. The minister's there.
No, I had to allow you to finish his speech.